Welcome back, AS Math. I apologize for the video cutting out, so you're going to have to watch part 2 of this, but where were we? We were talking about common domain range symbols, okay? So, for example, the integer numbers are -2, -1, 0, 1, 2. They're just all of the positive and negative values. Rational numbers are, they're things that can be represented as fractions, and they can be positive or negative as well. Okay? Natural numbers or counting numbers. If you start counting, you start from 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the natural numbers. Okay? They do not include 0. Okay? I do want to make that very clear. They do not include 0. And then finally, you might see something where you get this little like plus sign on the top, or it might be a negative sign. This is only positive real numbers, okay? So you might see, for example, x exists within x exists within only positive real numbers, is how that might read, okay? So now let's look at a little bit of function notation as well. There's 3 ways you might see it. One of them is I don't like it. I think it's pretty useless. But if you see it like this, you could turn it into one of these other ones, okay? So you might see something like y equals x squared, pretty common. You'll also see f of x equals x squared. This is the one we're going to use the most. And I prefer this one because it's easier to see. And then this one is the same thing as all these 3. It's just f colon x. And then it's mapped onto x squared. If you see something like that, it means this, okay? Just wanted to point that out. And then finally, for example 3, we're going to evaluate a function, okay? I put solve function as a skill. It's more accurate to say evaluate. So I'm going to give you this f of x right here. X exists within real numbers. And I want you to find f of 0 and f of 7. Well, all we're going to do is, well, since we know f of x equals 2x minus 5, if I do f of 0 now, every time there's an x, I'm going to plug my 0 in for that. Okay? So this would be 2 times 0 minus 5, which is 0 minus 5, which equals -5. And so -5 equals f of 0. And that's it. It's just like doing a quick substitution, nothing crazy. And finally, f of 7. We're continuing on with the same idea. We got 7 times 2, which is 14, minus 5. F of 7 is going to equal 9 in this case. All right. So hopefully you learned not just how to work with functions, but you got some ideas for homecoming coming up. This is Mr. Knight, signing out. See you later.